let's talk about meltdowns. What is a meltdown? First of all, I need everybody to know that a meltdown is not a tantrum. Autistic people do not melt down to get attention or to get their way. A meltdown is not voluntary. I myself have meltdowns and I am an adult, and I have the ability to regulate myself much better than like a 7-year-old. So imagine being a 7-year-old, being overwhelmed, having a meltdown, and then having the adults around you assume that you're doing it on purpose. What do you think that will do? It will increase the anxiety and make the meltdown worse, possibly into danger territory. So in a meltdown, what do we do? First of all, every person is different, but in their care plan, it will say if they are overwhelmed by certain things and if those might cause meltdowns and what the child will do in a meltdown or what the client will do in a meltdown. So in a meltdown, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand that they're not doing it on purpose. So anything that you do to try to control the situation by making demands, assuming that they're going to be able to comply with what you're saying, no. So if somebody's having a meltdown, do not give them demands. Stop talking. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that they're safe and make sure that they're being supported as much as possible. So if you're out in public and somebody starts having a meltdown, it might be embarrassing. That's not a big deal. We're not going to die from being embarrassed by a child screaming in public. So people might comment on it. Just tell them to move along, say you're working and that your child needs space and that they can just move on. So a meltdown is not on purpose. We need to provide comfort. We need to provide co-regulation, however it appears in the care plan, because I will have taken that down for you. And we need to make sure to keep just safety paramount. So obviously we don't want to allow a child who is in a blind panic to run into traffic. We have to stop them in that case. So you'd want to block them from that behavior and using the least physical option necessary. But if they're doing something that's embarrassing to you, they don't need to stop. You just got to power through it. So if you get into a situation where you don't know what to do, you can also always call and ask for help.